Welcome back to the channel. Stop eating grass, Kita, will you? Silly puppy. We're 2 miles into the trail here. We got 4 more miles to go. We got a lean-to we're staying at. Nice brook trout pond. We're in the West Canada Lake wilderness. I got the hornback with me this time. We're gonna be here for 8 days. A couple different campsites, a few different ponds, bunch of fishing. I'm gonna stop and filter some water at this beautiful little stream here. No place I'd rather be, especially this time of year. Weather's perfect. Brought the hornback this time. It's definitely a lot lighter than the swift. The swift is a lot more comfortable, but I managed to get both of the fly rods into one case, so that saved me a little weight there. No spin setup this time, just fly rods again.
It's gonna be tight in here.
Okay.
You may want to go that way, but
The bog of eternal stench. Oops. That one's gonna leave a scratch. Oh, we're making our way to the rough trail. We're almost there. Kita's whiny. I wish I had half the energy she has. Well, we finally made it to the lean-to. This thing is nice. I love this fire pit, this design here. Should reflect heat right back into the lean-to pretty good. It took us quite a while to get here. My knee started really bothering me. Wind's kind of kicking up on the pond. Might go out and fish, we're not sure yet. Got done bringing back a bunch of firewood from there. Just got to process it up. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fire going and then probably have something to eat and then hopefully do some fishing for a little bit. But yes, it's about 6 miles. My knees were definitely feeling it. That's why it took us quite a while to get here, but we ended up running into David from Nature into Action. He's got a YouTube channel. Check it out if you've never seen his channel. Very informative. Does a lot of cool trips. But he's staying in the pond next to us, so we should run into him again. It was pretty cool though. Chatted with him for a little bit, but gonna get the fire going and then have some dinner. Trying a new one tonight. Santa Fe style rice and beans with chicken. Looks pretty good. I'll let you know in a minute. Well, the meal was amazing. Now it's time for s'mores. I feel like we earned them today. It's starting to rain. Probably gonna eat these and then go on to bed. Not much else to do. Get well rested for tomorrow and Try to catch some fish tomorrow. Looks beautiful out there. Slept in a little bit this morning. It's about 8:30. Gonna go out and do some fishing. Get in the boat already. It's one of the flies I'm trying first. And there's the other. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be out here too much longer. The wind's really starting to pick up. Go in and have some breakfast, I guess. Hopefully it's not too windy this afternoon. That's what's tough about this time of year. It starts really cooling down and it gets pretty windy. Well, I just brought my lines in, heading on into camp. No luck, just keeps getting more and more windy. Hopefully it calms down later. Doing firewood again.
Trying.
Just having some oatmeal here. I added some granola, some raisins, and cinnamon sugar to it. A nice hot cup of coffee. Got a bunch of wood processed up. Just waiting for the wind to die down and hopefully go out and do some fishing again. I just got to a point where it was a little too much out there. We'll see. So as I was waiting for the winds to die down, David ended up coming back to this pond. We chatted for a little bit and then we went out fishing for a little while. He ended up catching one nice brookie. So I didn't do any filming with David. It was the first time I had met him, and I don't want to just be sticking a camera in his face. It didn't feel right. But I'll put a link up in the description box to his channel. Definitely check it out. He's got a lot of informative stuff, cool trips, but it was definitely cool running into him. Well, this is pretty much the story right now. Rain, wind, no fish. Hopefully I catch at least one. I'm probably going to just fish my way back to camp, and then that's about it, unless the rain stops and the wind comes down. If the rain gets much harder than this, I'll probably just give up, reel in, and head back to camp. Kind of like that. David managed to get a nice brookie here, smoking it up. Getting warmed up now. Sammy's in there somewhere. What do you think, kiddo? She's got her little flannel on. She likes it out here. This is her first long trip. A little windy right now. Just processing up some firewood. Gotta go gather a little more. Just splitting it up and kind of putting it against the lean-to here so it can dry out. The wind's coming from that way. I always keep this piece of fat wood with me, my fire kit. Just kind of make some shavings off the back side of the knife with it. And strike the ferro rod to that and should light right up. Alright, so the wind isn't too terrible right now at the moment, so I'm going to try and do some fishing for a little bit. Hopefully catch at least one. I don't want to get skunked. I'm going to try the best I can to catch something. It's been so windy today. It's been about not even 40 degrees. Haven't really been filming just because we've literally been just sitting at the lean-to, wind down. But sometimes it's like that. You can't win them all. Like the hardest part of this whole technique is getting the line out, in my opinion at least. So I stayed out here for a couple hours. I tried just about everything. Still haven't had a bite here yet. I have one more day to try to catch something. One of my favorite meals. Well, this type of meal at least. Freeze dried. It's got to wait 8 minutes, stir it up, close it back up, and then wait another 7 minutes and it's ready to eat. The rock's nice. It reflects a lot of heat back here, sitting in the lean-to. Since this was the last morning at this pond, I wanted to get up real early so I can get out on the water and do a little more fishing before we had to leave. I was out there for a couple hours, but I still didn't manage to even get a bite. Maybe next time. Saying goodbye to the pond. It's a shame I couldn't get it done this time. I'll be back though. Beautiful pond. Hopefully I'll get something at the next pond, but that's all she wrote for this one. Boat's all ready to go. Lean-to swept out. Got some firewood for the next people. Really like this lean-to though. This rock. Very warm in here last night. As soon as we went around this corner right here, it was brutal. The wind was pretty bad. It's like 35 degrees with like 15-mile-an-hour winds. But this lean-to kept us nice and warm. Puppies are all ready to go. We're all ready to go, so we're going to be hitting the trail. This is probably, even though I didn't catch any fish, this is probably one of my, I think that'll be one of my favorite lean-tos so far now. I'm sure we'll be back. First part of this trail is pretty rough. Just gonna take it easy. I'm sure it's gonna be a little worse now that we've had all that rain. This is like uphill both ways to school. Leg day. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. by the time we got to this pond, we were pretty tired, so we just set up camp. I went out and filled up the water bags so that we could have dinner, and we went to bed early. Out here fishing. We're gonna fish for a while and then head on in, pack up camp and head out. It's just not my trip. The winds keep shifting out here, so it's really hard to try to fish, to try to control where you're going. Woo! I finally caught one.
Nice. Good size.
Woo!
Look at that stickfish.
Stickfish. Stickfish 2024. Finally got the skunk off the board. Oh my god. Gotta laugh, otherwise I'd cry, I guess. Look at that thing. Native stickfish. Looks like a birch strain. Gonna release it though. Gotta make sure we get a good release here. Oh, look at it swim away. Well, I guess that's it. We just picked a bad week to fish. Just drying these flies out. Kind of packing everything up. It's beautiful, but nothing was biting. On to the next one. Got the camp all cleaned up. Boat's all ready to go. Bags are all ready to go. Dogs are just about ready to go. Of course, now that I got it packed up, the water is like perfect. It's all about timing. It is what it is. I'm gonna hit the trail and hopefully hit one more pond. Just car camping for tonight. I'm making some dinner. Risotto with chicken again. This busted old picnic table. More of a table than bench, that's for sure. It is what it is. Got the fire going good. Sammy's asleep already. Keto wants to go another 10 miles. Tracy's got her chicken and dumplings.
It's good.
Surprise, surprise. That's her favorite. She brings that pretty much for every night, but she found one she likes and that works. I like the risotto with chicken probably the best. But we're gonna eat this here. Then tomorrow, gonna head on down. There's another pond a little bit down the road here. Gonna try that one, maybe another one tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably gonna be our last day. We'll probably head home tomorrow. Maybe another night here, but it's looking like probably not. We'll see. We're headed into another pond. One last shot. Hopefully catch at least something. It just doesn't seem like I'm gonna catch anything. I'm gonna come in, call it a trip. Can't say I didn't try. Been out here in the rain for about 2 hours now. Well, I'm coming in. I think that's about it. We call it a trip. Didn't catch anything, unfortunately. Got skunked this time. It's nice being out here. It's cool seeing David. You know, chatting at the campfire with him. That was cool. But bush fishing was a little better. The weather wasn't the greatest either. That's why we're leaving early. We were supposed to be here 2 more days, but calling it a trip. I'm gonna reel the line in, and that's about it. Put the car on the canoe. Yeah, the car on the canoe. No, the canoe on the car. Call it a trip. Head on home. We got a 4-hour drive. Thanks for watching. Till next time.